What if I tell you there's life after death? You won't believe, right? But the random strangers you see on the road every day, some of them are dead. You interact with them, you greet them, but you don't know they are dead. I know you won't believe this, but this world is full of mysteries. There are so many things you will never know as long as you are alive, especially when you are not a spiritual person. You won't understand some certain things in life. But be assured, some of the people you see on the road are dead. But because you don't know who they are, that is why you can see them. But people who know about their death can never see them. The life after death is not for everyone. Some die and rest. Some reincarnate in a family they love when they were alive. Why some die but they don't rest? They move to a far place where nobody can identify them. They could be your neighbors. They could be your colleagues at work. They could be your customers. They could be your friends. But you will never know. My name is Ichebadu. I base in Port Harcourt. After a business trip in Delta State, I boarded a bus that will take me back to Port Harcourt. On my way to Port Harcourt, another bus hit a fuel tanker from behind and the fuel tanker exploded. The fire spread too fast, burning every single car and every bus nearby. The people in each cars and buses were all burnt beyond recognition. Everybody died. Unfortunately, I was among the victims. I was burnt beyond recognition. I couldn't survive it. Everything happened too fast. The accident happened in Delta State, but I found myself in Port Harcourt. My bag and everything I had in that bus was still with me, including my phone. It was as if I arrived in Port Harcourt safe, but from the exact spot I stood, I could still see myself burning inside the bus. I was in Port Harcourt watching myself burning inside the bus at Delta State. I realized I am dead. This made me very angry, but there is nothing I can do. I began to see the dead among the living. Some of the dead were bus conductors. Some were hawking bottled water. Some were secondary school students. And some were adults returning from work. I realized the dead can interact with the living as long as the living is not aware of their death. So I stopped a bike man and he took me straight to my house. I pretended like nothing happened and my girlfriend welcomed me back home. That night, when my girlfriend was asleep, I disappeared to Delta State. I went to the mortuary where my body and other victims were kept, waiting for families to identify them. When I saw myself lying helpless, burnt beyond recognition, it broke my heart. So this is how my life ended, I said to myself and cried bitterly. From where I stood, I could still see my girlfriend sleeping. I felt sorry for her because she doesn't know I am dead. I love her so much and I am supposed to pay her bride price the next week. This shattered my heart because I am now a dead man. Some dead people are married with kids, but their partners have no idea. I don't want to do that to my girlfriend because I really love her. She deserves a better man, not just a better man, a living and not the dead. I cried and cried, but my tears cannot change anything. I disappeared back to my room and laid with my girlfriend. I decided I will break up with her the next morning because I don't want to keep deceiving her. The next morning, I broke up with my girlfriend, but she was very angry. What did I do to you? You mean this relationship is over just like that? What is going on? After telling my family you are coming next week to pay my bride price, now you don't want me anymore. You have the guts to tell me to pack my things and leave your house. Just like that. After 7 years of my life, no problem, I will leave your house. She angrily packed her things and left. I felt bad breaking up with her, but it was necessary because I really love her. She thought I wasted 7 years of her life and didn't plan to marry her. If she had knew why I ended things, she would be grateful and not angry. When she got home, she told her family about the breakup. They were very angry. They felt embarrassed because they had already informed the extended family that I will be coming the next week to pay her bride price. I was still in my house, but I could see and hear her siblings laying curse on me. Ichebadu, you will never see any good thing in your life. You will suffer in this life, this and that. But I don't blame them for laying curse on me. I understand their pain, but they don't understand my pain. My girlfriend angrily moved on, and I also moved on. But whenever the sexual urge comes, I reach out to girls involved in prostitution. I pay them and sleep with them. Some of the girls involved in prostitution are dead too, but people don't know. They pay them and sleep with them. The days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. My body was still in the mortuary at Delta State, but the mortuary attendant stopped taking care of me. He doesn't bathe me anymore, not even perfume on my body, or at least use cotton wool to cover my ear and nostrils. He totally abandoned me, and my body began to smell. This affected me spiritually and physically, and I developed body odor. When I walked past my neighbor, he noticed the body odor but couldn't tell me because he doesn't want me to feel bad. But deep down, I knew I was smelling. I started using all kinds of perfume to cover the body odor, but none were working. I gave up because there is nothing I can do. The only solution was for the mortuary attendants to take care of my body in the mortuary. But when I walk past in a public place, people gossip in whisper. They be like, this man is smelling. This man has a body odor. When people gossip and mock me, I ignore them because if I give them a dirty slap, their life will never remain the same. People should stop mocking strangers. You could be mocking a dead person and you will not know. And don't argue with strangers. Some arguments can lead to fight. And when you fight them, you might beat them, but they will definitely come back for you spiritually. And when they come, it will be at midnight when you are asleep. You will sleep, but will never wake up the next morning. This is why some people die in their sleep. So be careful. Well, after 6 months, Delta State government took my body and other victims to the cemetery for a mass burial because our families did not come to the mortuary to identify us. Some of the families that came to the mortuary would not recognize who they came for because we were all burnt beyond recognition. From Port Harcourt, I went to my burial at the cemetery in Delta State. I interacted with people, but they don't know I am one of the victims to be buried. After the burial, I went back to Port Harcourt. I still interact with my friends, my families, and everybody. But till date, nobody knew I died since last year.